So the Muffin Man went from being completely stone-faced to sweating right after Zuma grabbed the ball.
Is that Catman? I think that's Catman. Cap. Catman's here.
Stop the cap.
Just to go through and talk about this chapter. Wait, hey, how you doing? It's your boy. It's your host, Bigcapman, back again. All right, so we're gonna be looking at DanDaDan chapter 139, seeing what's going on with this wild stuff, brother. Because this is the chapter where things start happening. All right, and we love to see that. So we start off pretty much in the same predicament as last time, just trying to survive. We do get a little bit more information with these frogs, right? I mean, obviously they don't want to die. They have some kind of sentience and they're also self-aware, right? They're very self-aware about the fact that they are in Danmara. And they know that the game won't allow Momo, Zuma, anyone that's like them to leave, right? So that's already interesting. It lets you know that there's been a lot of people that have come in here and died. Like they've just straight up died. So that alone is interesting, but we do once again come up to the fact to where the frogs are calling Momo and Zuma the monsters. So I'm assuming that there are, you know, obviously they're monsters because they're coming through and destroying the frogs and like everything like that. But the thing about it is, right, the frogs never refer to the giant fucking Muffin Man as a monster, but he's literally murdering all of them. So what makes Momo and Zuma the monsters more than the Muffin Man? That is the question, because I don't quite understand, and neither does Momo. It's kind of sad in a sense because we don't know what's going on with these guys. We know they want to live. We know they don't want to die. We know that they're fighting for survival. But why are Momo and Zuma monsters in their eyes, right? What have humans done in the past here that would categorize them as monsters? That's the question. We actually do get a major development this chapter as well. They do make a mad dash for the ball and end up obtaining it. But the real interesting thing about it really comes down to the fact that the teamwork between Zuma and Momo is exceptional for how long they've known each other. They have definitely been very good team members, like in an immediate basis. So that's cool to see. It's also interesting for the dynamic after this. I think that is a very good possibility that Zuma will fall for Momo, and you know they're gonna be like rivals, him and good old Okarun. So we have that going. We have the frogs trying their best. I wonder what happens if the frogs get the ball. Like, they don't have inherent abilities that we've seen. They seem to just be normal fucking giant frogs that happen to be Shikigami. But they do want it. So I'm assuming that, you know, maybe not for them, but they serve someone that would be able to use the ball's power. And they're trying to obtain it for that person because that person is potentially who made them into Shikigami, which would mean that there's another human individual in here. So maybe that human individual that created these Shikigami is actually the one that told the Shikigami that everybody else is monsters, right? That's a possibility. I'm very curious to see what ends up happening at the end of this Danmara arc. Like, what is causing all of this? Because quite obviously the Muffin Man is the real, like, you know, opposing force for this little section, but the frogs don't seem to fit in completely. But the other part is like, why was the Muffin Man sweating? Why did he start sweating? At what point? So the Muffin Man went from being completely stone-faced to sweating right after Zuma grabbed the ball. And then he tries to destroy everything. He's still sweating. And he immediately tries to leave. So the Muffin Man is aware of the ball's power. That's the only thing that makes sense. He knows if they get the ball, they can destroy him. But it wasn't on purpose that the ball ended up out of their hands. And he's also not working with the frogs. So that's interesting. Because before this, he's never like in any kind of distress, but he's obviously in distress right after they grab the ball. So he's also self-aware and sentient about the power of the ball. What the heck? But Okaroon, like this is interesting. This is actually really interesting. And then, you know, we end the chapter with a Momo tri-beam cannon blowing this man's mind blown, brain matter everywhere. But yeah, that's the end of the chapter. I think it was really good, actually. I will give this an 8.5. Great developments, a lot of mystery going on, a lot of hidden things that are moving behind the scenes that I really want to see play out. And it's also funny because we haven't seen Okaroon for a while too, so I wonder what he's up to. But we still have a good dynamic between Zuma and Momo. They have good chemistry. Definitely see Zuma being a bit of an opposition for Okaroon as well. But yeah, 8.5. If you enjoy my videos, go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below what you think about this chapter and where you think we're gonna go from here. I am really on the camp that someone has to be in Danmara, maybe the creator, or somebody that just got trapped a long time ago, has to be moving some strings behind the curtain. That's where I'm at. These entities inside seem to have a little bit too much knowledge, a little bit too much self-awareness and sentience for them to be completely moving independently of everything else. So that's where I'm at. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.